Peterbot has some of the craziest settings that no other pro is using. That's why he is one of the best players in the world. And in this video, I'll be telling you what settings he is using to be the best. Let's get right into the video. And here is his exact settings, guys. This took me so long to find. If you can quickly leave a like, quickly subscribe, it'll mean so much to me. And if you're wondering how did I find this, I was looking at his LAN streams and this is what it came up with. Windowed mode, surprisingly, he is playing windowed full screen, by the way. I know most of you are playing full screen, and in my opinion, full screen is still the better option because he streams so much, because he's looking at chat so much. It is so much easier for him to play Windows full screen. Also, about Peterbot, he has one singular monitor, so this makes complete sense for him. Resolution, this is the only resolution that is allowed at LAN. 1920 by 1080, this is the native resolution, and this season of Fortnite, by far, this is the best resolution. Stretch res in Fortnite isn't even that good anymore. The only way you should be playing stretch res is if you don't have a good PC, you cannot get stable FPS for your monitor's hertz. That's when you should play stretch. Obviously your game will look worse, but you get much more frames. VSync as well, this is off. Many of you already have this off. This is super bad for your PC. Frame rate limit, Peterbot is playing with a 240 hertz monitor, so there is literally no reason for him to be playing more than 240 FPS. So all of you watching this video, make sure you're not playing more FPS than what your monitor's hertz is at. Now rendering mode, he is playing the old performance mode, not the new one. The reason for this, by the way, is because Intel CPUs are known to run better on the legacy performance mode, not the new performance mode. If you have an AMD Ryzen processor though, performance mode, the new one, is better for you. For example, I have a Ryzen 7. For me, the normal performance is so much better, but I know so many people in my Discord server, you can join it down below as well, they all have Intel and the legacy performance is the one for them. Honestly, so much better for Intel. That is why Peterbot's using it. Now brightness 150%. That's because look, if I turn it down a little bit, look how dark my screen gets. It's so bad for your PC because if there's a dark part of the map, you're not going to be able to see the enemy at all. Literally look at this, that's crazy. Make sure you crank it all the way up to 150%. Now user interface contrast, of course, is 1x. Colorblind mode, this is very surprising by the way, but he is playing with it completely off. That's because colorblind mode this season, with it off, you can easily see into the zone. We've seen season before where Deuterant was the best, Protorant was the best, Tritorant was the best, but this season off is by far the best. I recommend you guys copy that as well. And by the way, his keyboard and mouse settings, his aim sensitivity is what you guys are here for, and trust me, we'll get into it. They are super crazy by the way, and he's just updated them, so that's the craziest part. User interface parallax, this isn't an important setting at all. Some menus like the item shop may have parallax effects. Turn this off, you don't really need stuff like that. 3D resolution, he is playing on 100%. He has a NASA PC, guys, he can afford to do this. But if you guys have like a 2070 or a 1060, 1080, anything like that, crank this down to about 95%. You get so many more frames, your game will look a tiny bit worse, but again, it's worth it for the more frames. So, but Peterbot, he is playing 100%. Dynamic 3D resolution, he has off dynamic 3D resolution, or occasionally increases the resolution. Obviously, you do not want this. View distance, he's now playing on medium. And the reason for this, I've said this in many videos before, medium is the resolution that is absolutely perfectly in that sweet spot where you can perfectly see enemies that are quite far away in the distance. So if you're near, you're not going to be able to see them. Medium, you can see them. High, far is exactly the same as medium. So if you guys have a decent enough PC, I really do recommend playing medium. Textures, similar thing to before, he is playing on medium. This doesn't make too much of a difference to you seeing enemies far away. So I recommend if you guys are watching this video not on the best PC, please do play low. And remember, if you still haven't, please do leave a like on this video. Honestly, it means so much to me. Meshes, of course, he is playing low. You do not want higher geometry settings that gives objects a more detailed shape. Anything about detail is worse for your PC. Show FPS on, latency markers on, off, and video reflex low latency, super important setting. This is also based on your CPU. I know it's for Nvidia, but your GPU works with its CPU. Now for Intel, again, I recommend having it on. For me, I have a Ryzen. I recommend having it off if you have Ryzen, but again, do experiment. I don't know many people that play with on plus boost, their FPS isn't too good. I recommend either on or off depending on your CPU. Again, join my Discord server if you're not sure. Now, super important setting by the way, we're going to go into the game UI, scroll down a little bit into the HUD scale, just like so. He is playing 75% HUD scale. You do not want too big of a map, obviously it's going to be taking up so much of your screen, but again, if you crank this all the way down to, for example, 25%, you're not going to be able to see your screen at all. You're not going to be able to see your materials at all. You can't see your weapons at all. So 75% is what Peterbot's playing. I do recommend you guys play this as well. Now, going on to the two most important settings of this video, by the way, his aiming sensitivity, and probably even more important than that, his keyboard movement settings. So let's go to his mouse sensitivity. And one thing about Peterbot, by the way, he is firstly using the Logitech G Pro wireless with an 800 DPI 1000 Hz polling rate. If you don't know what DPI you need to be playing, please do download the software for your mouse and play 800 DPI and then copy these settings. X and Y axis 6.4, 6.4, literally in that mid range. Most players are already playing around this range, but if you want to play exactly the same as Peterbot, this is what he's using now on LAN. Targeting and scope 45%, 45%. Make sure all of you watching this video have these settings exactly the same. You don't need to have it on 50, you can have it around 50, just like 45 and 45. Just make sure it's not 50% and 45%. That will really mess you up. Building and editing sensitivity 100%, 100%. Obviously you don't want it any different to your normal sensitivity. Some people have their editing sensitivity on like 200% just to make their edits faster. That makes your muscle memory so bad. Just please do have it exactly the same on 100%. Now once you do that, by the way, we'll scroll down to keyboard movement. We know every single pro in Fortnite does use custom diagonals, and guess what, the best player in the world, I'm not gonna lie, this is the only pro that I know that definitely 100% confirmed has this off. Let me know in the comment section if you know any other pros that plays with this off, because genuinely I don't. So there's nothing to go into here because he literally has it off, and I'm not gonna lie, I copied this setting and it's so much better for me, so I also play with it off now. Now getting into the most important part of this video, what is his Windows settings? This is what actually increases your frames, and this is what exactly Peterbot uses. This is crazy. Now before we get into his craziest Windows settings that I've ever seen, by the way, if you guys want the best ping booster on the market for literally a free trial, by the way, check the description of this video. I've left a link to GearUp's free trial. This is actually how you get low ping, by the way. And what GearUp is, by the way, it connects you to the best Fortnite servers, the best Fortnite DNS servers, literally any single node that you want. All you have to do is load up GearUp just like so, press boost, and now just like so, it's find the best servers to connect to, the best DNS servers, the best nodes, the best server region to connect to. And if you want it for completely free, by the way, literally check the description of this video. This is how pros get lower ping in game. It's honestly crazy. And with a free trial, you guys have nothing to lose. This is what I'm using as well. I usually play about 60-70 ping. I quickly load up GearUp before I play, and I'm down to literally 10 to 15. Honestly, it's that good. And with a free trial, you guys don't have anything to lose. But now for his Windows settings, I just want to talk to you about GearUp because I don't want you guys to be left behind. And his first Windows setting, by the way, literally head over to the search bar, literally search game mode just like so. And if you're thinking, oh, Peterbot definitely has game mode on, honestly, he has it off. I'm as surprised as you guys are, but his PC tweaker said for his PC, it's best for him to have it off. I know some computers do actually play with it off, but for mine, I play with it so much better on. And I recommend you guys to give it a go off. Maybe you get more frames. I know it says when Windows game mode is on, Windows optimize your PC for play. Obviously, not in most cases, because Peterbot has this off. Another thing, by the way, search GPU graphic settings, is going to pop up. Hardware accelerated GPU scheduling, Peterbot does have this on. So if any of you guys are watching this video with it off, literally quickly whack it on. This is exactly what to play. And also Fortnite right here, Peterbot does not have that. Choose between better performance or battery life. You actually don't need to do that because he already has Fortnite on high performance in his HKey local machine. And I've made many videos on this before. If you want me to make a new one about it, literally quickly hit that subscribe button, quickly hit that like button, and comment down below if this video did work for you. But now I'll see you guys on in the next video. I hope you did enjoy it.